140 carries.
Uh-oh. Adam Schefter, what do we got? Oh, Za'Darius Smith. Let's go see if they're right.
Oh, boy. Look at this.
Howie said, y'all ain't sleeping tonight. Yep, he signed with the Eagles. It's confirmed. Za'Darius Smith has landed in Philly. I guess it's better than what we got.
Well, let me ask you something, man. 7-8 months worth of all that work and all that guessing about who was going to play and all. And now all of a sudden, you're making moves for corners, edge rushers, wide receivers. I mean, really, Zander, they overestimated the roster. I mean, you're making moves now in season. You're making moves 2 weeks before the season starts. He's a 10-year veteran guy. He had 4 sacks last year in Detroit. He's a good player. He is. And his best years were in Green Bay when he had those 13 and double-digit sack years when he was up there. He got hurt, I believe, in 2021. He got injured. He's made a couple Pro Bowls. He's got about 70 sacks in his career. I think he's a good addition to the team, but I mean, bro, this is again, you know, you're sending a convoluted message now to the rest of your team. All the guys we brought in, you're making these moves now. You don't believe in the guys you have in the building.
Let's look at some of what he got here. I don't know what he does. I mean, I know people are going to be excited about this, but I don't know. Let's see. I mean, last year with Detroit, he played in 8 games. He had 4 sacks, it looks like. Yeah, 4 sacks last year.
Want to bet he starts?
Bad.
Want to bet he starts? Over Hunt? Want to bet he starts? I'll bet you anything he starts. He starts over him.
Oh, he had 9 sacks last year, Sills. Look at this.
Count the playoffs?
No. He was with Cleveland half the year.
Okay.
He played 9 games with Cleveland with 5 sacks, and then 8 games with Detroit with 4 sacks. He had 9 sacks in 24.
Yeah, he had 9 sacks. I see it.
9 sacks in 24.
That's more than anybody on the Eagles had a year ago. So,
who gets cut?
I bet you he starts.
They did release Antoine Powell-Ryland too.
Okay.
Today. So, I don't know if that does what they need to do, but I'm not sure who's going to get cut, bud. Somebody's getting cut.
I would have to think that Ojulari.
I don't know, man.
If you
I know we've had instances of older guys working. You know, there have been instances, you know, go back to the 22 season where we brought in Ndamukong Suh and Linval Joseph. So there's moments, but I don't know, man. I don't love like the signing of the old guys. I know we just talked about needing some veteran leader.
It sure looks like desperation to me.
I don't know about desperation, but
well, what else
do you think about from a veteran leader?
After week 1, you're not even giving the guys on your football team a chance to come out of week 1 and say whether or not it was rust or not. You're just assuming that, well, this is what we got right now, and I know what we have. Okay, I mean, I think they are not sold on.
This is what I'm thinking. This is my worry, Flex. I hope you're wrong, but this is what it feels like to me. Another Robert Quinn move.
Well, yeah, I disagree. I think week 1 is desperation. Week 5 is you're selling pieces off when you get to the trading deadline. So you're telling me, that you go 8 months worth the guys that you have in the building, and after week 1, you figure it out going, fuck it, we ain't got the guy. That's not desperation. I'm sorry, man. That's like throwing a guy over.
Well, I don't know, because I think there's isn't there a veteran clause that once you get done the first game, you don't have to give them that full veteran guaranteed minimum or something, and you can kind of work your own contract?
I think they can work their own contracts.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. Maybe they were waiting for it. I mean, the fact that they did it the day after the game on a Friday news dump in the afternoon, by the way, a 4 p.m. Friday news dump. Exactly. Anybody who works in our business knows well about the Friday news dumps. I don't know. Look, I'm gonna let it play out. I think it's good to add. That room was obviously really thin. I mean, they scratched Ojulari and Obo yesterday, so they're probably going to cut Ojulari, release him, or release Obo, and they're gonna put Za'Darius Smith in there. You know, I don't know how much he's got left in the tank, but how old is he?
9 sacks is pretty impressive. I won't lie.
That's
32.
better than I thought.
That's not awful. 32.
32 years old.
That's not awful.
Why
I thought Quinn was 35 when he got here.
Za'Darius Smith age.
I thought he was.
He's going to turn 33 in 3 days. So he's 33. He'll be 33 for the next game. If J3, you don't know what a Friday news dump is? Come on, man. You got to know what that is. Friday news dump is when companies or people or news organizations, they wait for the Friday after 2 or 3 p.m., which is typically the most dead time in all of media consumption, and they release whatever they got to release to reach the minimum amount of eyeballs possible. That's right. The Friday news dump. It's a very common thing, not only in sports, but across everything.
Very, very Eagle-ish, too. Very Eagle-ish, man.
This is not the first Friday news dump they've had.
Absolutely not. Hey, Za'Darius, we've signed. This is what it sounds like. Hey, we've signed Za'Darius Smith because we hate our edge rushers.
Well, they didn't really do much to prove last night that they didn't need Za'Darius Smith, you know.
I think they realize the loss of Josh Sweat is more felt now than ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I agree.
Would you not have signed him for $19 million? That's all he signed for, dude.
I'll trade for Trayvon Walker.
Why not just keep the guy who was on the number 1 defense in the league a year ago?
Because I want to get younger and better.
Okay.
Come on, Trayvon.
Yeah, but you got to give up big picks for that. You got to give up a 1 for that. You ain't got.
I don't know. The 1 is expired now that the season has started. All right, come on, man. I got a 2. Best I can offer is a 2.
The fucking 2. Wait, you're not getting that guy for 2.
I got a 2. Take it or leave it. You 0-6 Jacksonville scrubs.
Would you give them Nolan Smith and a 1?
No, you don't have to give that. What are you, crazy?
Why? Who's Nolan Smith compared to Trayvon
Walker? They're not giving Nolan Smith for Trayvon Walker.
Nolan Smith is nowhere in that guy's room.
All right, they're not giving him. They're giving a 1, and a 1 is more than enough. Ain't nobody offering a 1 to them right now for him. I guarantee it.
They'll never take that. The
I'll
30th pick, the 32nd pick in the draft. Hey, let me have the first pick in the second round for Trayvon Walker. Really? No way.
If they start 0-6, that GM is going to be selling.
You want to sell me the shittiest?
You got a young. You have a young emotion.
Wait a minute. You want to sell me the shittiest pick in the first round for Trayvon Walker, who had 24 sacks in 3 years? Okay, Eagle guy.
Yeah, I don't think
you land on this guy.
You got a young emotional GM there, Sills. How does he manage if that team starts slow? I told you yesterday. I said it yesterday.
Look at
the things I'm rooting for to start the NFL season: the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars to lose every game. All right, and now that my boy Doug Peterson's going from there, I don't give a lick about that shitty organization. I hope they lose every single week, and they're selling like crazy, trying to load up on draft picks because remember they got rid of their first round pick to move up and get Travis Hunter, which looks like it might be a shitty move, by the way.
So
I know I like Travis, but
land on Grandpa Za'Darius Smith.
Yeah.
I like it.
Dude, he's 33. That's not Grandpa. If he was 38,
you're probably right. He's probably got a shitload left in the tank. I bet he is just. So many teams were lining up too to sign him. I mean, he must have been fighting them off with a stick. Holy shit, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo, man. You talk about
who in the chat thinks Za'Darius Smith is a big addition?
Of course you do. You would think Popeye himself was a big addition.
I don't think
if they signed Popeye.
I don't think speak for yourself.
Za'Darius Smith.
Dude, Za'Darius Smith can play.
Look at him, man. You're a fucked up.
You already got me talking. Yeah, did you hear my interview this morning with the governor?
Dude, kudos. I love interviews like that.
Yeah, everybody, all these dudes in the chat room. How do you interview this liberal? I'm like, oh my god, you guys are such a. The world is not a monolith. It's okay, everybody, relax. All right.
I love that. So, hey, what kind of sports guy is he?
He's good. He's good. He's a real sports guy. He's a Philly guy too. He's a Philly guy. You can tell. So,
Eagle fan?
Yeah.
That's great, man. I mean, is he a college football fan? Anything?
I don't know. We didn't talk much about that, but I don't know. I mean,
you should have asked him. Hey, you going to okay the resources for the Eagles?
John. So before the show started, John said, "Should I throw the stadium thing at him?" And I was like, "I don't know." Whatever
he's already said no.
See, this is what I was thinking about Za'Darius Smith. Z Smith might be the vet we need in the room to lead the kids.
So do you guys think that this was a sign because of Carter's actions last night?
No. If that's the case, that's probably worse because that's an erratic response. I agree with Underdog too. Playing next to Carter is going to make him better than he was last year. Although that D line on Detroit last year was pretty good too.
I thought they brought him in after Aiden Hutchinson got hurt. They brought him in from Cleveland. Remember, they made the trade with the Browns, I thought, when Hutchinson went down. So I don't think he played with Hutchinson. Remember, Zander, he was there in Cleveland, and then they made a move for him to be brought into Detroit because, hey, he was pretty effective last year. I remember seeing him. Okay, I do. I remember.
Here's Brian Pumper says, Lions fans are pissed we got Za'Darius. He is one of those mercenaries that only signs after training camp. Lions GM thought they were getting him back.
Brad Holmes.
I don't know if they thought that, dude. They got Aiden Hutchinson coming back this year.
He wanted a lot of money to go back there. I do not believe that the Eagles gave that guy.
Does anybody know what we paid him? Not that I really care.
No, that'll come. Well, the agent will probably put something out there. Whoever's agent.
See, like this is what I opened Twitter, and the first thing from a Philly sports account is breaking in all caps. Howie Roseman does it again. Like, let's pump the brakes. The guy's been sitting on the open market for 6 months. I mean, come on, man. Let's see how he pans out. All right, maybe he pans out, but I'm not gonna sit here and start to glaze Roseman for signing the oldest edge rusher available. Come on.
Oh my God. Let's get to some of these super chats here. Guys, hit the like button. Hey.
Oh man.
You gotta be kidding.
Howie Roseman does it again. Hey, what do you think, Sills?
Za'Darius Smith. Holy cow. I think he will help. He may help. I'll tell you what, he's better than Azeez Ojulari.
Well, Ojulari didn't even hit he got sent to a practice squad yesterday.
Man. Really, man. He got sent home. Jalen Carter, man. He saw him on the way out the door. Jalen Carter.
At least Lamar knows. I love the Howie propaganda. Relax, Zander. I know you do, Lamar. It like feeds you, man. It keeps you up at night. It's like your adrenaline. It's like your Red Bull. You just want to be lied to, Lamar. It's like you're a glutton for punishment, Lamar. I love you, Lamar. Here's Josh B. What up, Josh? He says, insiders said they were signing an edge on Tuesday. This isn't a reaction to last night. It's a reaction to the preseason, LOL. Yeah, I heard. I mean, John's been talking about it for a while.
Hey, but Josh, like I said, you ain't replacing them edge rushers. And here's another example of it. You're getting another guy in the building when you had the guys in the building. I mean, like I said, blowtorch. That's where you are. When you're signing what's the guy? Za'Darius Smith, Azeez Ojulari, and the Joshua Uche Kuches. Dude, what the fuck is this? Jamaican bobsled team? We're looking for edge rushers here, man. Holy shit, man. I mean, really?
Yeah, how about Howie on a Friday news though? Yeah, everybody wants to talk about Jalen Carter. Let's change the narrative for the weekend. Let's sign Za'Darius today.
He's sinister, man.
He knows what he's doing. I love the innocence of the Eagles fans though, who just think, it's Howie.
Oh my God. Hey, you would think they signed Reggie White.
I'm not trying. Look, I'm happy they signed him. I hope he helps, but I got plenty of experience with this Eagles PR staff to know enough about the way they handle themselves. I'm not criticizing them. They're allowed to do whatever they want. I'm just saying, if you guys knew what I knew, you would find it funny too. All right? I'll say that. You would find it funny.
My God, we just signed Reggie White. No, you signed Za'Darius Smith. He's the same guy. Holy cow, this guy rushes the passer like he's Bruce Smith. No, you signed Za'Darius Smith. No. Za'Darius Smith, not Bruce Smith. Holy cow. Howie's sinister.
Look at this. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. It's Jamaican edge rusher time. Oh, baby. Za'Darius Smith is here to save the day. Where is all the people who've been telling me all offseason that Jalix Hunt is ready? He's ready for prime time. He's ready to be the second edge rusher on the football team. I don't know, everybody. I don't know what to make of it. Does this mean we're not getting Trayvon Walker now? Because if it does, I mean,
Xander wants.
This is the worst signing in history. If it means we're not getting Trayvon Walker.
Here's Xander. Xander goes. Xander just went out looking for buying a brand new Corvette. He's looking at, man, this looks really nice. You know what they roll in his lot? Za'Darius Smith, a Chevrolet. That's what they roll in.
No, they roll in a Honda Civic,
and it's not even a truck.
Well, look, see, Bob knows. Bob's been around long enough to know. He says, Xander, Twitter is now talking about Za'Darius Smith and not Carter's loogie. There, boom, 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 Bob. There you go, my friend. There it is.
Very Bob language.
Lamar, you can pencil me in as having a shitty weekend if that's the case. Now they're not going for Trayvon Walker. Come on, man. Come on.
That's hilarious. Xander wants Trayvon Walker. They give him Za'Darius Smith. Let's get to these supers, man. Let's read.
I wanted Trayvon. Now he picked up a 33-year-old Z Smith. Although he did have 9 sacks last year. That's pretty good production.
Actually, he had more sacks than Walker last year.
Nah, Walker had double digit.
Oh, he had 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walker had 10.5.
67 hurries last year. 11th in the NFL. Really? Wow.
They said up to $9 million? Oh, they paid him.
Yeah, they did.
They paid him.
They didn't pay him league minimum.
Is that true?
Right? Let me take a look at that. It can't be true. $9 million.
Here we go. 2024 season for Za'Darius Smith. 63 pressures, 9 sacks, 17 quarterback hits, 15.9% pressure rate, 123 pressures, and 16.2% pressure rate over the last 2 seasons. Jeff Kerr writes that they got significantly better.
Of course he did. Former Detroit standout. He's 32. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler. I don't see any money in here yet. Signed a 1-year contract. I don't see any dough yet. That'll come out. The agent will put that out there. That he got 9. Za'Darius, 2004, 2025, he had 9 sacks in 17 games played. 23-24, he had 5.5. 22-23, he had 10. I mean, I know. Look at this. The Bears were interested.
Now they got Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Josh Uche, and Za'Darius Smith as their top 4. Is that better to you?
Sounds better.
It's better. I don't know how much better.
It sounds better.
It's still missing the headliner, though.
Yeah, but you don't need a headliner. You didn't have one a year ago.
We do. We got a bunch of 2s and 3s. Josh Sweat was enough to be a headliner on this team. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
You tell me you think Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Uche, or Za'Darius Smith are what Josh was last year? No way.
No way.
No way.
Okay, let me ask you this. Sweat, Smith, and Hunt.
They are good numbers. Dude,
they are good numbers. They are. I mean, they are good numbers.
He was 11th in the NFL last season with 67 hurries.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's pretty good.
2 teams, too. He did that on.
Are we back, baby? Is the edge rushing room back? Woo! Sills, come on, Sileo! Are you telling me it's Howie season, everybody? That Friday news dump is hitting like crack, Big Sills. That Friday news dump injected into my veins, Big Sills.
Hey.
Inject it.
Hey, folks, I just watched the trash can play cornerback last night in Adoree Jackson, and you're talking to me about a fucking corner. I mean, holy cow. Hey, listen, you're right. Hey, no more loogie talk and no more right corner talk.
It's Howie season, big
It's
Phil. I
Howie
can't hear you anymore, man. I got that Howie vision. I got those Howie glasses on. I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. I'm blinded by the great Howie Roseman. I don't know. We'll see. The numbers are all right for Z Smith, Big Sills.
Za'Darius Smith. It's the same.
Dare I say it? Is the emergence
Hey.
of the no holes defense coming back? Is Za'Darius enough to get us back in the no holes defense?
I sure hope so, because last night I saw a team go up and down the field like it was ping pong last night in the first half. That was like a ping pong game.
Oh, man.
my God. Za'Darius Smith.
I was trying to tell him that the
Hey.
Corvette is a Chevrolet. That's right.
Hey, listen here, man. You guys, you sign anybody, man. It's like the second coming.
Look at shitty Hogan. Yeah, Hogan, fuck you, Hogan. He says signing the NFL leftover bums. Hogan, you're what are you, Hogan? What are you, a Seahawk fan or something, Hogan?
Oh my God Almighty! You guys,
what are you, a fan of the Seattle Seahawks?
You guys, you Eagle guys, man. You sign anybody, and God forbid someone leaves. Gardner Johnson, fuck that guy. Anybody leaves this place, they are like, you turn your back on them. You get a guy like Za'Darius Smith. Holy shit. Did you see this guy? He had 67 hits on the quarterback. Holy fuck, you guys glaze people up, man. You build folks up. No wonder you have massive falls.
Za'Darius Smith, pass rush win rate last year, 7th in the NFL with 18.4. He was 8th in the NFL in 2023 with 18.1. And he was 4th in the NFL in 22 with a 19.2. Sills,
folks,
we just added a weapon.
Do you know who must have wrote that? Bryce Huff.
No, we just added a weapon. And the Howie Friday news dump. I think Bob Lang put a spell in the studio tonight because that thing's hitting like crack, man. Friday news dump.
You know the success rate. You know, like John was talking to me about Bryce Huff in New York. I'm like, what? I'm like the guy. Oh my! This guy's not a bad ball player, man. He's not. He's had a hell of a career.
He's not. He's not. Slick Rick is correct, actually. Dak only scored 20 points, and we're giving away this Koopa Shiesty jersey on like Monday or Tuesday, probably. So get your memberships in. I know Sileo wishes he could have this Cooper DeJean Pellegrini. You love Cooper DeJean, no?
I do. I love the kid. You know, he's got as many sacks. He's almost got as many sacks as Brandon Graham, and 4 years less. As a matter of fact, if you look at his sack numbers, he's had a better sack career than Brandon Graham.
Where is he in the rotation?
He might start.
You think he's 2?
At first he'll be 3. Then he'll be 2. Depending on what kind of conditioning he's in, too. They got to see what kind of shape they got him in. You know, that looks to me, I don't know, is that somebody that Vic would sign off on?
Look at Bud. Z Smith just arrived in his mobility scooter. Come on, man. We don't have the Washington geriatrics. You can't hit me with that, Bud.
Oh, wait a
minute. Come on, Bud.
That's a good point. You just signed.
There's a lot of people in here who think he's the starter.
Yeah, I think he's a starter too.
Underdog says it too.
Yeah, I think he's a starter.
I'll tell you what, he does fit the scheme. He can play the run well. So that's going to be a good thing for them. I think if they can get him up to speed, he might start against Kansas City. Well, they do have 9 days? Yeah. They got the extra small bye here. I don't really think it's a bad deal here. No, I don't either. But I think it's an indictment on Howie Roseman. I'm just kind of in a giddy mood about the Howie Friday news dumps because I know how they love to correct the narrative. They were probably thinking of signing him like maybe next week or like maybe Monday or something. Jalen Carter hawks a loogie on Dak Prescott. Sign that man. Howie was calling this guy last night from the owner's suite. Are you kidding me?
Do you
He
think
knew he had
that?
to
Do you
correct
think
it.
the Eagles watched the film and were very? Do you think they were happy or disappointed with what they saw last night?
I think it's game one. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm waiting for the all 22
He makes
come
a
out yet?
move. He makes a move the next day.
Yeah, well, apparently this has been in the works. I have heard it. I will say that. So it's not out of the ordinary. I did kind of expect something coming, but I thought it was going to be a little bigger than this.
Yeah,
Now I know why the NovaCare complex got mad at John McMullen for saying Trayvon Walker, because they were hitting us with that Za'Darius Smith, and they didn't want to wish for more like I am right now.
So wait a minute. So Howie was in the conversation for Micah Parsons, and then he lands on Za'Darius Smith. All right. Hey, that's quite a move. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Adam Schefter. Hey, guess what? Howie Roseman and the Eagles were in the conversation. They didn't get him, so they got Za'Darius Smith. How you doing?
I don't know if Za'Darius Smith is going to do what we're thinking, but I think he's going to help.
Yes. Can't
To
hurt.
some extent, I think he's going to help. All right, let's get to these supers. Herman checks in. Still shaking his head like I just got Zander in the room, and then he blows up over Z Smith, LMFAO. Come on, baby. Z Smith has landed. That Howie potion is hitting tonight, Josh Herman. I'm sleeping good after that Roseman move.
Hey, folks, this guy's got about 20 minutes worth of sleep going.
Look at
He's
Brian
working
Pumper.
on.
This guy continues. He says, y'all seriously don't know Za'Darius? We both know Za'Darius. He was better than Sweat last season. I don't know about that.
Sweat played on the number one ranked defense in the National Football League and had 2.5 sacks in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that I don't believe. Dude, he is good. I'm telling you, Xander, he's had a hell of a career, man. This guy's got almost as many sacks as Brandon Graham.
HKP says great pickup. Do you agree?
Who?
HKP in the chat. Do you agree? You remember HKP. He's the guy who came on the screen and you flustered him in 3 seconds flat by calling him AJ Brown. You remember that?
I do. Yes.
HKP had a
By the way, that's an old school trick.
I know it is. I knew what you were doing. I told him next time you can't get baited into big sills of shit. All right.
Yeah. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 5, what kind of move is this?
1 to 5?
I'll go 3.5.
What would 5 be? Micah Parsons?
No. Yes.
All right. And one would be like
Trayvon Walker.
One would be like Aziz
Joshua Uchikuchi. I think
3.5 is a good number.
I think 3.5.
4. Trayvon Walker would probably be 4. I think it's more of a 3.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a 3.
Okay. 3.
Sig Lord says 1.75.
1.75. Oh,
3. I'm with you guys. I think it's a 3.
Yeah.
I think it's a 3.
Too. I do. Holy cow. What was Bryce Huff?
Huh?
What was
Here's
Bryce
Bob
Huff?
Brown. What do you mean what was Bryce Huff? He was supposed to be a 4 and he landed on a -2. Brian Pumper or Bob Brown, excuse me. I don't know how I mixed you two up. Xander, going into the playoffs, we'll have Trayvon Walker, Za'Darius Smith, Nolan Smith, and Jalen Hunt. Come on, Bob. Feed it to me, Bob.
If that's the room, then you're in the conversation there. That'd be a hell of a room.
Yep.
If you had that room, holy cow.
You think Aziz is getting cut or probably Obo?
It's I don't know if they cut Ojolari, probably Obo. Yeah. That's right. Hey, by the way, I love this one. Hey, is Trent Cole available?
I actually like Trent Cole. He's a good dude. Nick Walker says Uchi Kuchi pass rush last night. He did. He had a couple good rushes.
He did. Yeah, but get this. You can't hear Xander do this, folks. Hey, you know who had the best pass rushing last night? Joshua Uche. What do you mean? What about Nolan Smith and Hunt? Where were they? No. Uche had a good night. That is a nightmare. I gave a 3
I'm
up.
a little delirious right now. I'm wondering if
a 1 up, and Joshua Uche is my guy. Xander's up till 4 a.m. Then he gets up and goes to work at 6 a.m. for a shit.
I don't need. Here we go. No, we got that already. Can you imagine if they got Trayvon too? Josh Herman, I got that one. Brian Pumper, we got that. Nick Marchetti says Za'Darius had more sacks and pressures than Sweat. Wow.
He did.
Pressures are important there too.
They are.
Khaled says, we need a corner.
You really think?
What was Za'Darius Smith's sack number the last 5 years? Can you look that up right fast? Rashid, I got you, brother. We already did it. I'm sure you saw it.
Here it is right
All
here.
Day says they set up to $9 million. That's a lot of money. I don't care. It's not my money. I don't give a shit.
So get
Hopefully
this.
it works out, though.
9, 5.5. There's 14.5. 10. How about this, Zander? In the last 3 years, he's got 24.5 sacks.
That's pretty impressive.
That's more than any Eagle has.
You want to get J-Mac on?
Would he come up?
Let me text him.
I mean,
get Johnny Mac for 10 minutes. You don't have to go long.
Dude, he's got to be sleeping. Good. I mean, last night he was a. Hey, help me out here. Why is the Wi-Fi so bad at Lincoln Financial?
I don't know. Well, that's
it's
an
like
old
the best stadium on the planet.
I need like one of my tech dudes, like Joe Whip or somebody, to help me out. What can I send John to the NovaCare with to get to or the Lincoln Financial Field to get better internet?
I can't believe that thing's shitty like that. I mean, right? I can't believe that they and that place is just not that good, man. When it comes to the Wi-Fi there.
Kimberly says, now we just got the Walker LMA. I don't think we're getting Walker, Kimberly, unfortunately.
Look at this here. Green Bay, man. This guy had 8 sacks. He had 13.5. He had 12.5. He made the Pro Bowl. He was second team All-Pro in 2020. He got hurt in 21. And in 22, he had another 10 sack year, and he was with Minnesota. That's right. He was up there with Minnesota with Danielle Hunter. And those two guys were really good up there.
All right, here we go. Brian Pump says Lions wanted to sign him back, but Za'Darius wanted to wait to chase a ring.
Dude, he's in the building.
That's why the Lions left the other defensive end spot open. We stole him.
Zander, he's in the building right now.
Already?
Yeah, I got a picture with John. Look at John Clark.
This was in the works then. Oh, did
John Clark's got a picture.
Oh, they don't even have to cut anybody because Ben Van Sumeren got hurt.
Ben Sumeren got put on injury reserve. So nobody has to be cut.
Wait, who'd you say? Look at John Clark?
John Clark has Eagles have signed veteran pass rushers, Za'Darius Smith, and placed Ben Van Sumeren on injury reserve. So he's lost for the year, obviously, which is horrible.
Oh, I see that. It looks like he might be in the room, but I can't really tell.
Well, that's Eagle background, unless this guy's an Eagle fan.
I don't think he's an Eagle fan.
Okay, well, I'm looking at that looks like offices of somebody like at the complexes. There's an Eagle, a feather in the back.
It's not the same spot they normally do the signings for players, but maybe.
Well, he looks like he's in the building.
All right, supers are rattling through. Let's keep rolling on them. All right. 9 million's rich. Josh B said, we got that one. Herman says, this is Howie either overreacting or he's finally admitting that his guys aren't ready.
Both can be true.
Both can be true. I think they were looking to do this. Brian says, Lions fans are pissed. He's one of those. Yeah, we got that one. JD3 says, I would take a 40-year-old Smith over Pat Johnson.
Okay.
How's Pat Johnson? All the people.
Pat Johnson get shit on?
Yeah, how does Pat Johnson catch a stray? JD3, that's some bullshit. All right. Kyle says, Xander, remember the Jags are the Jags for a reason. He could not be more right about that.
That's right.
Dylan says Jerry took practically 2 seconds from Micah. It's true.
Yep.
Rashid says good move, but I would have waited until I seen them play with Jalen Carter. But Za'Darius looked like last year. Putting him with Carter is going to be good. That's true.
Listen, I thought he had a really good run with Detroit a year ago, and I thought he was good in the playoffs. When they signed him from Cleveland, I was kind of shocked. Remember, the Eagles were looking at him, Xander, last year, even at the trading deadline. There was rumors that he would be an Eagle at the trading deadline. And then Detroit got him.
Well, we'll see. Love this. Gives us veteran presence too. We'll see. I mean, it's definitely more veteran presence than we have. JD3 says we could have signed this dude in July. WTF? He's better than what we have, but why now instead of July? I don't think he wanted to, dude. These old players, they don't like training camp and all that bullshit. They want to be on their floats and go to vacations and go to the rodeo and go to all
like
the
him doesn't need training camp. 10-year veteran, he doesn't need that, man.
And Jack Straw says no more loogies. WTF, dude? That was nasty. That was nasty.
Bro, come on. How about this? If you get John and he wants to come on, bring him on. If not,
I text him. You might be right. I don't even. Oh, he said he can do it by phone. Dylan Bryan says Dak was full of shit. As for the offense, I don't think they wanted to show everything last night. As we play Kansas City next week, they figure with JC we would have stopped them and shouldn't have been that close. I don't know about that, Dylan. Your favorite underrated poet says, I like how Bennett was playing bump and run style in a couple snaps. That style hasn't been played since Nnamdi and Rogers Cromartie. That's actually a little true, but he's going to have to be a little careful with it because they're going to call him with it. They're going to call him.
You want to put John on now?
Yeah, let me send him the link.
Yeah, put him on for a couple of minutes here.
I assume you don't want me on too. You want to
you can ask him. I don't know.
Right, I'll stay on with you. I'll stick on. Let's see when John joins in. We'll get his take on the Za'Darius Smith sign. I don't know how much this changes. I mean, I'm optimistic he can play well or he can do something for the team, but I don't want to fall into the trap of who's again. It was flexing.
I want to hear John's perspective on what he thinks of him.
Yeah, he probably knows because I think he's been doing some.
He covered the NFC North for a while.
Yeah.
And
James M says Davis has a monster night if Carter was in there. I thought Davis looked all right last night.
He did. Yeah. I went back and watched it. He was all right. He was probably their best D lineman last night.
Yeah.
I thought Ojomo didn't do much.
No.
I didn't really
Well, he was playing a little out of position.
Yeah, I didn't really think anybody.
Well, remember they didn't have a chance to game plan for no Carter either. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing to know he's not going to play, and you can kind of prep your defensive line to manage it. Yeah, they're like taking the field, and their best defensive lineman gets kicked out. I mean, that was a tough switch for Vic Fangio in the moment to try and handle it.
He going over to. Hey, by the way, that kid Young played well.
Byron Young.
I thought for him, he made an impact play in the game.
Vic likes him.
I thought he made an impact. Clint likes him. He made an impact play in the game. And can you imagine telling him, hey, look, all of a sudden that guy gets ejected, and then you have to go up to him and go, hey, look, dude, you got to go out there and you got to play some snaps, not just like 2-3 snaps. You got to go out there and play. And I thought he played pretty well for a guy that was on call here.
Harold says Lions need pass rush. They still didn't want him. That says a lot.
No, that doesn't mean that. That means the player might be also looking for another opportunity. Okay, and remember something. The Lions may have wanted to go in a different direction, didn't want to pay the $9 million. That doesn't always mean that.
Yeah, I agree. Gabe says, what do you think is a Za'Darius Smith signing?
I think it's about a 3 on a scale of 1 to 5. I think he can play. I think he brings veteran leadership. He's got a great resume. He's got a good motor. Hopefully he has something left in the tank. You see, I'll tell you what, you know what? They really love Calais Campbell out in Arizona. Now, if you can get that kind of production out of this guy, let me say this to you. If this guy gives you 5 sacks and he's doing this in a rotation, that's a hell of a piece. I don't think he's depth, Gabe. I think he's your starter. I think they want Jalix Hunt being the rotation guy.
Yeah, well, that was always what we wanted. Remember, me and John have been saying that all summer. We want him to be the 3, not the 2.
Yeah, I think.
Here we go. We got John now. Let's bring him up and see what Johnny Mac thinks. Eagles signs Za'Darius Smith to a 1-year deal. We'll see how it plays out. Johnny Mac, welcome into the National Football Show, brother. Eagles signs Za'Darius Smith. What do you think, J Mac?
Yeah, it didn't take long to figure out they needed help on the edge. They were going to wait in September and look at things in September. They didn't wait long in September after last night. So obviously, proven guy, 3-time Pro Bowl selection, former second team All-Pro, 69 sacks, 3 double-digit sack seasons. I mean, this guy walks into the NovaCare complex as the most accomplished pass rusher on this team. You always got to be concerned with the age. He's had some injury issues. You know, they acquired Robert Quinn a year off a 19 sack season. He had nothing left. So you never know when these guys fall off the cliff. But what you do know is that they just weren't good enough on the edge. And going into a season with Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt, yeah, they both have upside, but you can't do that as a Super Bowl contender. I've said this from the start. I mean, that's the one position where you go, all right, I get it. You know, you're trying to reset. You're trying to have a maintenance off season. You're trying to prepare to pay some big money players down the line, but you got to do more than what they did. And the worst sign to me was that Azeez Ojulari and were both inactive for the opener, and that tells you all you need to know, really.
How about this, John? Isn't that kind of an indictment on 9 months or 8 months worth of work that you did all in the offseason with OTAs and training camp and, the mandatory mini camps and such, that all of a sudden you come out of week one, and you've been saying it too. I know you've been saying it the entire offseason here, but boy, you make a move for a corner. You're signing all these guys prior to going into the start of the regular season. How's that not an indictment on the guys that you brought in who you thought maybe would give something, and all of a sudden here you are? I'm not saying panic, John, but boy, I'll tell you, all those guys who did all that work, and here we are, we're making moves here after week one. Surely it's not a good sign of what they brought in, and really shows you a little bit of how they maybe overestimated some of the guys they had in the room.
Well, I mean, you can look at it both ways. Yeah, I mean, I've said that. Howie made 5 trades in August.
Wow.
So, I mean, he brought in, Jacorian Bennett. He brought in Sam Howell. He brought in, which was, yeah, you could say it's an indictment of the guys that were here and the guys that were competing, that they felt that weren't good enough. On the other hand, one of his strengths is, all right, don't sit on mistakes.
Right.
Move on, and try to get better each and every position. And this is a guy that makes him better as long as he's healthy and ready to go. I mean, he can get off the couch and rush the passer better than. I thought Josh Uche was the best pass rusher in yesterday's game. He only played 19 snaps, but he was effective. Nolan and Jalix are very, very young players, and they've gone very young on defense, and maybe it's also an acknowledgement that they want too young on defense. He'll also step in as the oldest defensive player they have. So, this is a proven guy. Schefter tweeted what he tweeted, or X, whatever they call it, post now, but that they had interest in Micah Parsons, which they've always loved Micah Parsons. Who doesn't love Micah Parsons? But Dallas was certainly never going to trade him in the division. And I got a bee trying to attack me, so I apologize. But the Cowboys were never going to trade him in the division to the Super Bowl champions. So, I mean, to me, that's one-sided interest. So it wasn't that meaningful. But they've been trying to add a pass rusher behind the scenes for a while now.
John, go ahead. Finish up. My bad.
Yeah, so it's not like they didn't know. They knew. It just increases the desire to get somebody that maybe is a little bit more towards the end of his career, as opposed to getting a longer-term answer.
John, where do you think he projects in this lineup? Do you think he's a starter over Jalix Hunt? Do you think he's the 3, the 4? Where do you have him in this lineup?
Well, I think once he gets into it, yeah, he'll be the starter, as long as he's healthy and he's got a semblance of what he has in his career. I mean, yeah, he's going to be, I would say by the second half of the season, if everything works out to plan, he's going to be the starter opposite Nolan Smith, and then Jalix will be the number 3, which is probably the role he should be in this year. And then you're pretty good with Uche as your 4. So if this hits, this makes them, I would say, a much better team, to be honest.
Is Ojulari the odd man out here?
Yeah, I mean, inactive tells you all you need to know in week 1. And, it could be Obo. They could keep him around. They owe him more money, so they might want to do it from that perspective. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be relevant in the rotation this year. And he really had a poor summer. So, and look, I thought there was a chance he would be released at the cut down to 53 if they could have done something and gotten something done quicker outside the organization.
Hey, John, what do you make of being reported that it's $9 million? I mean, this ain't one of those.
Well, I thought he's going to be a starter. I haven't seen the numbers, the money yet, but yeah, Za'Darius. For those who don't know, this is a big time pass rusher. Has been a big time pass rusher in this league, and if they're paying him $9 million, well, there's your answer.
I don't know.
There's your answer.
Is that what they're reporting?
Hey, John, he had 9 sacks last year, and he had more hits on the quarterback and pressures than even Josh Sweat a year ago.
Yeah, this is big. Like I said, this is a big-time player. He was a second-team All-Pro at one point, made a bunch of Pro Bowls, has a bunch of 10-sack seasons. He used to terrorize quarterbacks with in Green Bay. When he was in Green Bay, he had with Preston Smith, the Smith brothers. They used to terrorize. They went to Minnesota for a year. He was great there. So you know how it is when you turn 30 in this league. They're always looking for the next thing. But this is the kind of guy who keeps, when he plays, he gets home. And the Eagles didn't have that. They had a decent amount of pressures. But I always say when it comes to pass rushers, closing is a trait. Guys who actually get home and sack the quarterback. You saw Jordan Davis had the opportunity to sack the quarterback. He didn't do it. Za'Darius Smith is a guy who finishes.
John, how much was this premeditated as opposed to responding to what they saw last night? We've been talking about the potential of them adding an edge rusher. Is this the guy you think that they've been eyeing in? And is there a reason they waited till the day after the first game, maybe like a contract reason or a vet minimum or any of those things? What do you see from that perspective?
Well, you don't have to guarantee, but Za'Darius, I have to look. I assume if they're paying him, I don't know where you guys saw the numbers.
Jordan Schultz, John, put out up to $9 million.
Jordan up to $9 million, yeah.
Up to 9, yes. Not guaranteed it will be 9, yes.
Yeah. So if you're on the week 1 roster as a vested veteran, which obviously Za'Darius is, you're fully guaranteed your salary.
Right.
So they don't have to fully guarantee it. I assume there's incentives in there for playing time and sacks. But but I can't really speak intelligently on that until I see the contract. But when you hear $9 million, potentially up to $9 million, well, that's pretty significant. Now, I've been reporting on Birds 365. They've been trying to get an edge rusher.
Right.
They would have preferred to get a younger, more long-term piece. This is a 1-year piece. So you're trying to hit the home run, and you settle for the double ultimately. But I don't think it had to do with week 1. They've been looking for this upgrade for a long time.
Yeah, as you've talked about for a while. Go ahead, Sills.
Hey, John, for me finally here, have you heard anything on Landon yet? Has anybody given you any update or anything on how he's looking, his back and all? Because, they've got like a mini bye here a little bit, but have you heard anything on, because me coming away from that game last night, the only concern I would have really, because as we talked about it last night, September's the liars month in the NFL. So what you saw last night, you may not see again in 3 months. I mean, that's completely different, but that Lana Dickerson thing, me walking away with that game last night, that was probably the most significant thing for me. Have you heard anything on it?
No, they have a mini bye, so sort of. Nick didn't even talk today. He's not talking today. He's not going to talk till Monday because of the mini bye coming off the Thursday night game. So, yeah, just that we know it's the back, it's not the knee, but the back might be because of the knee.
Right.
So there's a lot of things going, and clearly he's not healthy, and clearly he's trying to play through it. Hopefully those few extra days calm it down. I can just tell you, watching him on the sidelines, he never went into the injury tent. He was talking to trainers. He walked off with Dom by himself, with no trainers. So I don't think it's terribly, terribly serious just from that perspective. But you never know with backs. You never know. And if you think about last year with Mackay and his knee, there were a bunch of games he had to leave because he's got a degenerative knee thing. So that might be the case where Landon starts and can't finish. And it's not the best case scenario, but I don't think it's terribly serious.
John, last question here. Thanks for joining in on a brief notice. John, you know it. The Eagles never sleep, my friend. And because of that, we never sleep. But, John, this is the move, right? You don't anticipate – this rules out any potential for another edge rusher, a different edge rusher, a splashier move. This is the move and probably won't make a move for the foreseeable future now. Is that your view on this?
This is the move. And, again, I bring up Robert Quinn because – you never know with guys this age when they do lose it. But from everything I saw from Za'Darius last season, he's still got some juice. This will be it. But if they get him in and by the trade deadline, he's playing like Robert Quinn, they might go in a different direction. But I don't expect that to happen. I expect this to be the move. And he'll make them a better team. He will make them a better team. Absolutely. And I do expect him to start pretty quickly.
Yeah, we'll see. Johnny Mac, thanks for joining in, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, there's Johnny Mac joining us.
I think like I said, I think he's going to start. Okay, I do. I think he's going to start. I mean,
John has some optimism.
The money tells you, man.
John thinks he's going to be a good addition. Yeah,
he's not. Look, he's better than anybody they have in the room right now. Now, what we saw a year ago now, okay? I'm basing it off of that, Zander. I don't know. Again, like when you start getting north of 32 years of age, you start got to kind of like,
that's
where are
John's
we?
Point. Remember, we got Robert Quinn. He had 19 sacks the year before.
Gave up a 3 for him, too, if you remember right.
A 4.
A 4? You gave up a 4 for him? All right.
You can't get past me, Big Sills.
Oh,
it
okay.
was a 4.
All right. I'll tell you what. You know who got past you last night? I'll tell you who got past you. Sidney Brown.
The Dallas Cowboys.
That's who got past you last night.
I've never been paraded.
Hey, I'll tell you who didn't get past you last night was CeeDee Lamb.
No, he didn't. He actually did, but he cost himself by not being able to catch the football.
Starters on defense: Za'Darius Smith, Carter, Davis, Smith, Campbell, Vaughn, DeJean, Blankenship, Mitchell, and Bennett. Boy, I thought your boy Blankenship, man. I don't know. He's looking for $15 million. You better up that game, bro.
You're not picking on my boy Reed, are you?
Oh, Blankenship.
You're not picking on Reed,
you better pick that game up, man. Oh, by the way, it's September 5th. Where the fuck is the deal? I don't see it yet. Where are we? All right, man. Let's get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah, I got to pull these segments now. I got to get.
Oh, you need to go to bed. That's what
I'm not going to bed. I got to post all this stuff up from Za'Darius Smith. The channel needs updates. We're at a Prime Eagles channel. This is where people come to hear the updates.
I got you, man.
I got fucking work to do, Sileo.
Hey, man. Great stuff last night. This guy, I'm laying in bed. I look over. It's 3:30 in the morning. I go, he's still on chirping with some dude from fucking, like, I don't know who you were talking to. You put some of the listeners on, and there you are. I go like this, where's Zander? And I'm watching who's hosting our network. There's a guy last night hosting the network, and I'm going, I'm going, who the fuck is this guy?
No, yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. He didn't handle it very well, and I told him that. I'm like, boy, you were shell shocked. You hit that screen alone, man. That thing hit you like a ton of fucking bricks, my
Like
friend.
this, look, when you go on by yourself, you're on. Hey, Z, good stuff, bro.
Wait, one more.
Go ahead.
This is my biggest concern with Za'Darius Smith. All right, let me find it so I can put it on the screen and I can address it properly. Where is this thing? Where is this thing? This motherfucker changed his profile picture, so now I can't find his damn comments. Where is this thing?
Big Z.
Where is it? I got it. 1 second. I'll get it. My biggest concern with Za'Darius Smith, can't find this motherfucker, is, I can't find it, but I'll say it anyway, is that Brian Pumper likes the move because this dude is shooting 0% from the field right now. What makes me think he's going to get something right?
Yeah. He and Keely in Sydney, man, it ain't going well for you, brother. It ain't going well for you.
Brian Pumper likes it. I got questions.
No doubt. Pumper.
All right,
no
so good stuff.
All right, brother. I will catch you over the weekend, my friend. Thank you so much.
Later, Sills. Appreciate you, man. Love all you guys. Thanks for all the support. Go check the channel if you need updates on Za'Darius Smith.
You got it. That is our friend, Big Z. Philly Godfather is going to join us in a couple minutes. Let me pay some bills here, man. The number one injury law firm in all of America and all of the world is Morgan & Morgan. With over $30 billion recovered, folks, what makes them number one is that they win. Families across the country that hire Morgan & Morgan get results. Ask them. This company was formed for one thing. John's brother was permanently paralyzed. His family started this business for a reason, okay? And that was to make sure that families were not taken advantage of. Go to forthepeople.com/big sales or pound law 529. That's forthepeople.com/big sales or pound law 529. And do me a favor. You tell them Big Sales sent you.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident,